We're actually profitable on the XAUUSD. Remember, we took advantage of this bullish momentum right from the $1,640 level. We took advantage of this move right from this level. So we took this move right into the $1,670 area, where we started seeing selling pressure from that level. And remember, okay, we had like how many pips in profit at this point? We had over 2,500 pips in profit before we started seeing this bearish um, trigger in the form of selling pressure right around that bearish trend line. So I shared with you that structure on the daily time frame at the beginning of the week, and I think we talked about it yesterday too as well. And let me make you see have a better perspective into what I'm talking about here. So let's scale up to the daily time frame so that I can show you how important that trend line is. And you can see here on the daily time frame that price has been on a downtrend, and that bearish trend line has been a significant guide in pushing price to the downside from that level. Though we had buying pressure around the $1,620 level, we won't be ignoring the long-term bearish momentum here, as price action appears to have been rejecting that bearish trend line since the beginning of this week. So we want to be taking that into consideration as well. And if we are going to be taking that into consideration, we want to look at how the structure is playing out on a lower time frame. And if we look at what's happening in lower time frame, we can see here, we can see huge selling pressure around this level, and we identify the $1,660 level, which has been a something like a neckline of that reversal pattern. And one thing I said yesterday is that we should move our stop loss to lock in some profit. Remember, I told you to move your stop loss to lock in some profit. And then if price breaks out of this bearish trend line, that we want to be seeing that as a bullish signal, but we want to wait for a confirmation in the form of a retest to structure to join the rally. And the other scenario I made mention of was the breakdown of this bearish trend line. If a breakdown happens, price comes back to do a retest of structure, then we look out for patterns on lower time frame that support a trend continuation to join the decline. And this is exactly what's happened, as our second perspective was triggered right below the $1,660.50 level. And since then, price has been running with about how many pips in profit right now? Over 1,300 in pips in profit. If you had been part of this journey of this bearish momentum, kudos to you for being on standby to take advantage of that move. Next thing we want to be doing right now is to lock in some profits at this point. You can either move your stop loss to break even, or lock in some profit at a desired level, maybe somewhere around the $1,655 level. Seems most appropriate, as there is a tendency that price is likely going to come back and do a retest of the structure that was broken during the early hours of today, after which selling pressures is likely going to be sending price going to the downside from this level. So for those who had missed out on the opportunity right below the $1,660 level, well, let's see if the market is going to give us a second chance in the form of a retest of somewhere around here. And if that happens, be glad that the market has given you a second chance. All you just need to do, scale down to your lower time frame, look out for selling pressure or reversal pattern around this level, then you could actually join the decline to the downside. And if the decline happens and price continues to go to the downside, I will be advising you that as soon as price gets into the $1,640 level, I want you to move your stop loss again to lock in some profit, as we want to see how price is going to relate to this current structure. And the reason why I'm saying that we want to see how price is going to be relating to this current structure is simply because of the fact that we have a structure around this area in the past. We can see around the $1,640 level was an area where we saw bullish momentum at the beginning of the week, which we actually took advantage of anyways. So we want to see if price comes back into this level. We want to see how price is going to relate to that structure. How we're going to be having buying pressure again from this level to take advantage of another trend continuation to the upside, or is there going to be a breakdown of that level in such a way that price gives us a retest of structure to give us a confirmation to add more position to our sell position on the XAUUSD. So these are the scenarios we want to be looking forward to during the New York session today. And at this point, please move your stop loss if you're already in this trade. And let's see if the market is going to give us another opportunity to either add more position to our existing trade. And if you are not in this trade, let's see if the market is going to give us a second chance of joining this reversal structure that we have here on the XAUSD. So that is that on the XAUSD. It's quite a simple structure we have here. So we continue to look forward for buying pressure. Sorry, looking for looking forward for selling pressure here as long as price continue to trade right below this important bearish trend line we identified on the daily time frame. The only thing that will make us buy the XAUSD right now and based on this current structure is a breakout of that bearish trend line, something like this, breaking out of that bearish trend line, and we are not going to be getting excited as we want to wait for confirmation before we want to now be joining that buy momentum. So at this point in time, let's continue to look forward to selling pressure as we edge closer to the end of the trading week. So that is that on the XAUUSD.